Hey y'all, welcome to Veggie Farming. I'm Stacy and happy spring. I've been away for a while, taking time to research, observe my yard, and plan ways to protect my vegetables from the animals, which has been my biggest challenge the last couple of seasons. Every winter I usually try to make changes or clean up things, and this year I have to tackle my raised beds. I added these raised beds in the first year that I became really serious about gardening. And I love these beds. I've always had success with anything I've grown in them. I love the height, but I didn't put these beds on the proper foundation. They haven't lasted as long as they could have, and they started to split apart. Last year, I had to put up these T-posts to try to keep it together through the season. The project for this day is removing all of the soil out of these two beds and getting them moved. I've decided I'm going to change this area out and replace it with something else to help prevent some of the rodent damage. Removing the soil out of these boxes took 2 days. I got this gorilla cart for Christmas and I couldn't have moved all of that soil without it. The hardest part was just getting all the dirt out of these tall beds, and the only way to do it was one shovelful at a time. After the first hour, I was rethinking my whole plan. But I pushed through it, and I started looking forward to seeing what all the soil looked like after years of adding amendments and topping it off with compost. And it really looked healthy all the way through. I got most of the first bed emptied, and then I just removed it, and I could really see the condition of the wood all the way around, inside and outside. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. These beds are 5 years old. They're made out of cedar, and it actually had a bottom when I first placed it. So the bottom completely rotted out, and I'm interested to see, once I dig into the remainder of that soil, how much of it is really left intact. This is my stopping point for the day. I removed most of the soil from both of the boxes, and I moved the boxes out of the way. So the next day, all I need to do is dig through the remainder of the soil and see what's left under those piles. My pile of soil that I will be reusing has gotten pretty tall over here in the corner. This is what the boxes looked like 5 years ago when I had them made. As you can see on the left, it had wood enclosing the bottom, which really should have been left open. And I used some old branches from a neighbor's tree to help fill up part of the bottom. Now I'm just digging through the rest of that soil to see what's left in the bottom that's not broken down. This first piece of wood is the largest piece of wood that I found that wasn't broken down. Surprisingly, I did not find as much of the base to the bed, mainly just branches. This is all of what I found at the bottom of that first raised bed, and I'm saving it to use again in any other raised beds that I put in its place. Also had weed fabric down underneath, and this is what the soil looks like underneath that weed fabric. It's clay soil. It almost looks like concrete. So I moved one of the raised beds around, and I'll be deciding what to do with that one. And as for right now, it's almost time to start spring planting, and my garden is still a mess. I'll keep you posted on all of the changes and everything I'm planning out for spring. Thanks for watching.